Malcolm and Marie, starring John David Washington and Zendaya. Zendaya, I hope you're having a very good day. You are very attractive. Okay, let's begin. A movie about a film director who comes home and starts arguing with his girlfriend over various things, while also ripping film critics a new asshole, is bound to make some noise, and did it ever. This is already a very divisive movie, and I gotta say, reading the discourse on Twitter is very fun. I enjoyed a lot. So there's a lot in this movie, and let me just say right off the bat, did I like it? Yes. Yes, I did. I think it's very good. Is it a masterpiece? No, it's not the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, but I mean, what movie is? I mean, first, the movie is just very appealing to look at. Unlike myself in the mirror, it's very gorgeous, I should say. The black and white actually suits the film very well, in my opinion. So I think the performances are probably what people are going to take away the most from this movie. And yeah, I would agree. The performances are the best thing about the movie. Honestly, I think both of them are like equally good. I don't even know if I could put one above the other. This is definitely John David Washington's best performance that I've seen in my, limited viewing. And definitely the best one I've seen of Zendaya, because I haven't seen Euphoria. Spider-Man, she doesn't really have a lot to do. And I'm not going to go back to Casey Undercover on Disney Channel, whatever the fuck that was. So, yeah, both career bests for me. And we'll talk more about Zendaya a little bit later in the video, Oscar-wise. But there's actually great moments kind of sprinkled in throughout the movie. Some of the argument scenes are very effective and pretty damn brutal, should I say. Damn near verbal abuse. The monologues are great, specifically from John David Washington about a film critic. Which, by the way, no spoilers, but they spend a lot of time talking about some white woman from LA Times, a film critic. And I would have just liked to been in the room when a white critic or just a regular film critic from the LA Times is watching this movie and probably just sitting there like boiling, just fuming over this movie and be like, I'm gonna tear this movie apart. That'd be hilarious. And to be fair, he makes some good arguments about, art and filmmakers and critics and whatnot. But it's complicated. And while I certainly like the movie a lot, okay, I do very much like it. There are a few things I have a problem with. First, I would say after like the hour mark, I feel like I could kind of tell this movie was just going to be them arguing, making up, and then making out on repeat. So it starts to get a little repetitive after a while. And speaking of making out, I said this on my Letterboxd review, link in the description if you want to follow me, if you want. But the kissing sounds were so damn loud. It was so, I don't know if John David Washington was just like really going for it because it's Zendaya or something, or if it was the sound mixing, but it was so loud. It sounded like I was like watching porn with like the volume just fully all the way up. So second, probably what's causing the most divisiveness, at least from what I'm seeing, is this movie can kind of be too far up its own ass. Like, while I certainly liked all the monologues about film critics and whatever, this is a movie where the word pretentious gets thrown around, and I usually try to stay away from using that word because I think it's thrown around too much. But yeah, I can see it. There are scenes where Malcolm is talking about great directors and their films, how critics who give it a negative review don't understand anything about film. They spend some time talking about how they're like reading a review, and the critic says something about, it mentions like the kind of camera they use, and then Malcolm's character is like, it's not even that kind of camera, you dumbass, or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Basically, the whole thing is around film critics and whatnot. And I'm not trying to be like a fence sitter, but I really do see like the both sides of it. And I tend to agree with both sides of it too. And it looks like they just use keywords like authenticity, which is mentioned throughout the movie. Or it seems like they just kind of opened up a thesaurus and just decided to use whatever word is sprinkled in there. I get it. But like at the same time, movies are art, and just straight up art gets judged, and that doesn't make their criticism any less valid, right? Paintings get judged, just like movies get judged, just like TV shows get judged, just like music gets judged. Right. So I don't want to spend too much time talking about this because, it can be back and forth just forever. But yeah, I think that's something that may or may not work for you, to be honest. Basically, it ain't no Marriage Story. So, I'm kind of in between scores right now. I gave it a grade on Letterboxd, and then I ended up changing it later that night. So I'm still kind of in between. But for right now, I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. There's more good things than not, definitely. So I would recommend watching it. Go ahead. Okay, Oscars. This is going to be pretty quick. I can't really see this being a feasible play anywhere except Best Actress. Um, I would like to think John David Washington has a better shot than what most are thinking, but it just seems too crowded, too stuffed. Best actor, I feel like there's 4 people competing for the last 2 slots because 3 of them feel safe. So, sorry. Best picture, I'm not ruling it out like 100%. I would never do that. I'm not ruling out Hillbilly Elegy 100%, right? Because, a movie like this, an arguing drama that also tackles film critics might appeal to the Academy, right? They might just fucking love it. Who knows? But the real feasible one I can see is still Best Actress for Zendaya. So if you guys are watching my channel or you're just paying attention in the awards coverage, really the 5th slot is still very much open for Best Actress. We got the top 4 secured in whatever order you want to put it. We have Viola Davis, Vanessa Kirby, Frances McDormand, Carey Mulligan. Those 4 seem, barring anything crazy happening, like locks, they seem like they're going to get in. So the 5th slot, what's going to happen there? Andra Day got the Globe. Amy Adams got the SAG. I am recording this before Critics' Choice nominations come out, but Critics' Choice, they nominate so many people, so I'm not expecting anything crazy. Don't know what's going to happen with the BAFTAs. I do know Zendaya is on the long list for the BAFTAs for Best Actress, along with the others as well. So it's going to be interesting. If you had to ask me, just right now, just casually off the top of my head, I feel like it's between Andra Day, Amy Adams, Zendaya, and oddly enough, I still feel like Sophia Loren could sneak in. And then, on the outside looking in, you still have like Michelle Pfeiffer, Kate Winslet, stuff like that. It's going to be interesting to see because, after United States versus Billie Holiday came out, everyone was kind of down on it. People took it Andra Day off the top 5 just because if the movie's not good, then, is she going to get nominated? And now that Malcolm and Marie is here, I feel like I still don't really have clarity on that because it's really crazy. Like when initial reactions came out of Malcolm and Marie, I really only saw like positive reviews. I didn't really see any negative reviews. And now that it's here and even leading up to the release, I saw so many divisive views. It's a little confusing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised at the shift of it. So I know Zendaya missed the Globe and the SAG, and usually that doesn't bode well for you. Malcolm and Marie is a late breaker. Who knows? I wouldn't rule out anything yet, especially with that 5th slot. We'll just get more clarity as the race goes on, or you could get a total surprise on Oscar night. That'd be cool too. So that's really going to be it. I wish cinematography would get talked about more. No one's talking about it. Really, it's just a Best Actress play at this point, as I see it now. So that's going to be it for Malcolm and Marie. Don't know when this video is going to go up, but Critics' Choice comes out in a few days from when I'm recording. So it's going to be weird if it's already up by the time this video comes out on my channel. Anyways, go check out some of my other reactions to like the Globes or the SAGs or whatever. Please stay safe. Thank you for subscribing. Take care.